another thing again, please make sure you have a pen and a notebook by the corner, because there are some things you might need to write down, or you might need to take some screenshots, okay? These are some of the strategies that we can use to grow the business. You know, strategy is a military term. When someone joins a business, it's not the main thing. The main thing is, what strategy are you bringing on board to help you, number one, grow, to help you also outweigh your competitors? You must have a strategy. And it's very, very important you bring your strategy on board, because your strategy is what will help you grow. So make sure you have a notebook and a pen. You might need to write something, and I bet you might need to write something, because what I'll show you on Prospecting 2.0, some of you might ask for it, and I don't know how I can send it to you, but you might need to put it down as I'm showing you the screen. Okay, so I want to go to the presentation proper. Somebody is about joining us. You can join us directly instead of calling me on phone. Yeah, you can join me. You can join us directly. So I'm sharing the screen now. We can go to. Hello, sir. We are online. Okay, you're there. All right. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So, meeting is starting now. Okay. I saw so many of my friends are here. I'm happy to have you around. My name is Ambassador Kingsley, and we're having the Superlife Zoom meeting. I bet you this meeting is going to be different from all the meetings that you have been attending, or via Zoom, or even in your local meetings, because I want to show you some things that differentiate us as winners and also motivate us to keep growing. So as I said it earlier on, please make sure you have your notebook and your pen. You might need to write some things down that will help you, especially in the coaching section. Today will be our business presentation. We'll be taking it through hypertension, and I will show you how we can be touching other diseases that can help us. Thank you very much for making our time. I might not know most of you, but I believe with the help of God Almighty, that connected us under one umbrella. So this is who I am. I'm a peak performance coach, company staff. I belong to professional speaking bodies, the South African speaking professional speakers of Southern Africa, I'm one of them. Professional speakers of United Kingdom, I'm one of them. So I have two organizations. One is dedicated to health, which is Basic Health Foundation. The second one is Advanced Strategic Leadership Consult. And I use those ones to do some consultancy services. So that is just who Kingsley is. This is my certificate, my professional speakers certificate membership. South Africa, I've been there before 2007, around 2004, 2005, I joined before I got this. Okay, this is one of my books too. This is one of my books that I've written. I always show. This is my sixth book, number 6 book. So there are other ones. Maybe in my subsequent meetings, I have to bring those books out so that you can also have a look at how it is. If it's something you need, I can send you some copies. Then these are some of my speaking engagements, local speaking engagements to military men, staff, and public servant. These are some of my meetings too, and public speaking. Here is the Nigerian Fire Service Squad. So I'm also addressing them, talking to them here. Here is the public service group. This particular one, I'm giving a health lecture to the Nigerian Road Safety Services, and this is a local church in the community. Please, host, can you mute? You can find yourself in any part of the universe. You can talk to big men, you can talk to lower men, you can talk to middle class, you can go to the villages too. Well, your passion first is to wake up the human aura, the human dignity, Then as time goes on, you begin to build from there and build success from there. Okay. First of all, is your purpose in life to help humanity. Secondly, when you help enough other people. I want to go to my main presentation now.
Can you mute people? There is a lot of background noise.
We have the vibrant zone. In every lifespan, we have the tired zone. We also have the sick zone. The sick zone / the death zone. We are going to analyze this now. This is forming the base of our presentation. We are going to analyze this now. The base of our presentation. Oh, someone is calling me. It's not proper to pick up. Hello, sir. Okay, I'll do that now. Okay, I learned some people. I just have to mute everyone. Please mute yourself. I have a call now that there are some background noise, please. Let's just have the best of everything today. Hello, please. I think everybody is mute now. Yes. Thank you for your call and notification. Everybody is mute now. Please mute yourself so that we don't have other background noise. Look at the vibrant zone is the zone from 0 to 25 years. From 0 here to 25 years. That's when you were born. That is the vibrant zone from 0 to 25 years. Then we have the tired zone. We have the tired zone. That's why I said you might need to write down, because this pattern is going to help you in presentation. You don't just come into business meeting and you begin to draw the map and say the compensation plan, this is this. You need to talk to somebody about his own life. You need to reflect to the person's life issues. Then you can connect the person to your product. That is what is called marketing. Marketing is different from selling. Zanele, please mute yourself. I'm trying to mute you here. Please mute yourself. I'm asking you to mute you here. Zanele, please. Okay. So you don't just come into business and you're trying to take their money. Everybody wants to guide their money. So the first thing you should do is to connect their life purposes. This is what this chart of life will do for you. From 50 years to 80 years and above, we get into what we call the sick zone. The sick zone. I'm going to interrelate this with you to understand what I mean by this chart of life. But bear in mind that the vibrant zone is 0 to 25 years. From 25 years to 50 years is a tired zone. From 50 years to 80 years and above is the sick zone. How does that concern us? Look at it here. The human body contains about 73 trillion cells. Scientists discovered that 25 to 50 years old, you lose almost 10,000 cells of the body. You lose 10,000 cells of the body. You see, by the time you're 50 years old, 50 million cells have died. We have entered into the chronic diseases stage. That's how it is. We have entered into the chronic diseases stage. So you must have this at the back, because when you're talking to someone who is 50 years and above, there is a reason that the person, out of 10, 7, 8 of them have one chronic diseases. It could be hypertension, it could be diabetes, it could be cancer, it could be just one. Just have it in mind. You know, for this reason, we have this stem cell. I will show you the work of this stem cell. You know, people come online and when they talk, they say, please, do you have a testimony of ulcer? There is somebody that have ulcer. Please send me the testimony. It's because you don't understand the work of stem cell. If you understand the work of stem cell, you don't need to find testimonies before you can recommend it for someone. I'm going to show you to that. We are using hypertension, stroke, and kidney failure for this presentation, so you understand how it works. And with that alone, your business will take shape. Your business is going to take shape. So now, chronic diseases, we are looking here. Chronic diseases are basically severe disease that may not escape in a lifetime. People live with them. Number one is heart disease. Stroke, I will show you how stroke is formed. I'm going to show you also how STC30 work on stroke. That's why you have some of the testimonies that when people recover from stroke, I'm going to show you that one too. I'm going to also show you how STC30 lower blood pressure down. I'm going to show you how STC30 also fights cardiac arrests. You know, I might not go into cancer or diabetes or fibroid for this meeting, but in the subsequent meeting, I'll be bringing out some of those things so that you can learn from it and also help you in marketing. But before I go further, I want to differentiate marketing from sales. Marketing from sales. You know, people don't understand network marketing. They thought network marketing is network sales. Let me use a car, for instance. If you're marketing a car, you're telling the person that, you see, this car is in the market. The AC of this car is very chilly. The engine of this car is very sound. You see, the wiper, if rain is falling, this is how it will clean the screen. What you're doing at that particular moment is marketing. Sell is only when there is a transfer of cash equivalent, either digital currency or the fiat currency. When you exchange money for something, is sell. So in network marketing, what you do in network marketing is you talk to people about their health and their life issues. When you do that, you now gain their confidence, and at the end part of it, you can now go into sales by giving them what you have and exchange money for it. So first of all, I'm going to show you in Prospecting 2.0 on how you're going to use chronic disease to do marketing, not sell. Please listen, you're going to use chronic disease to do marketing. When you market on chronic diseases, then when you have gotten to the end of your marketing, you can now transact sales. It makes it easier. Yes. But what I see that most of my people do is that they dive into sales, and people say, no, I don't want to buy. I don't have money. In fact, I don't need all those stuff like that. So these are the things that we have there.
Let's go to your WhatsApp. I sent you
now let's kickstart. Heart disease. Let me minimize my screen now. Heart disease and stroke, non-communicable disease. So a heart disease has to do with high blood pressure, is a heart disease. Low blood pressure is also a heart disease. Heart attack, cardiac arrest is a heart disease. Stroke is also heart disease. The major cause of these heart diseases is cholesterol. I'm going to show you how this cholesterol come about and how they cause these diseases. Let's quickly move now. Okay, let's have an overview of how it works now. Hypertension is a medical term for high blood pressure, and this is a silent killer. It's a silent killer. This is the number 2 killer disease in the whole world because people don't know. It comes into the body and it lives with the person, and the person might not even know. The carrier might not even know that they have this disease. And the complication can lead to heart attack, sudden death. The person could not wake up. Don't worry, Prince. I'll give you time to ask questions, okay? But if you have anything, you can just drop a message. I'll give you time to ask questions so that I can flow. Okay, Prince, Ikilo way, please. Yeah. So we have kidney failure is also there. We have so many other diseases that come with blood pressure. We have so many other diseases that come with blood pressure. But someone might ask now, why hypertension? Why are we dealing with hypertension today? The world has become such that they need very urgent attention to avoid this. And you have the solution. You have the solution. You in this business have the solution for this blood pressure challenge that the whole world has. Okay, Prince, don't worry, I'll listen to you. Now, how is blood pressure measured? The blood pressure is measured in 2 ways. We have what we call the systolic, which is the upper base. The normal of it is 120. Then we have the diastolic. The diastolic is in the base. The up one is 120 over 80. It gives you the normal blood pressure. Then what do I mean by, look at my hand. Let's say this is the artery or the pipe that carries the blood. When the blood is moving through this tube, my hand, some of the blood hits the top. They hit the top. That is the systolic. They hit the down part of it too. That is the diastolic, you know, so and the pressure of the blood hitting the top and hitting the down and flowing in between the artery is what we call the blood pressure. We're going to see the reason why the blood pressure is high and why the blood pressure is also low. Okay, so this is just what I just explained to you now. You can see here, the blood acts on the walls at the top and also on the walls below. You know, when the heart pumps blood through the arteries, the blood put pressure on the arterial walls, so on the top walls and the lower walls. Normal blood pressure is 120/80. Pre-hypertension, when it starts showing, is 120, 139/80 to 89. High blood pressure stage 1 is 140 to 159 to 90 to 99. High blood pressure stage 2 is when you get to 160 and above. So that is, anything can happen. The major cause of blood pressure is what we call cholesterol. Look at this picture. I got it from the office of a cardiologist when I visited a cardiologist just to have one-on-one discussion with him. You see, these yellow patches here are what we call fatty deposits, fatty materials, or plates. In biology or in science, we call them plates. And this is what causes them. You see, most of us eat this food. This is an African salad. This is our soup. So most things that we eat in Africa have palm oil. So when you eat those food, they are digested in your system. When they are digested in your system picks some of these fatty materials and they travel on the artery. When they travel on the artery, they hang on the arterial wall. You see the walls here. When they stay here long enough, they make this artery to be strong and stiff. They make it to be strong and stiff. And when they are strong and stiff, it is called atherochlorosis. That means this artery is very hard and is dead. And the cells of this artery is now dead. That's because they don't have life in them. And that's why they are dry up. That is why they are dry. They don't have any. The reason is because of the palm oil and everything. So in a period of years, if you have been eating food that have to do with palm oil, you cannot run away from this, even if you're living in UK or America. Most beef that you eat, some of the food that you eat in the fast food centers, also they have oil in them, fatty materials in them. So everybody, when you get to about 25 years, without cleaning your blood vessel, you are bound to suffer any of these chronic diseases. That is just the truth of it now. Now look at the hypertension proper now. Let me show you hypertension proper. High blood pressure, this is normal now. You can see that the vessel is clean in this picture now. Then the picture in D, you can see that the plaques, the fatty materials are there. So now there is a narrow space for blood to flow. Because this plaque has taken some space in the vessel, there is a small hole. Now the heart now needs to exert pressure more than enough to send blood to different parts of the body. That is how high blood pressure is formed. Because the artery, if you look at my hand now, then let's say you have been eating palm oil food all the days of your life. You have spent 20 years on earth, you have spent 30 years on earth, then blood flows here freely. But when there are fatty materials that have covered almost half, you can see that you have a small space. Then the heart now have to put more pressure to send blood through the small space. Then because the heart is now squeezing itself with much pressure to send blood through a tiny hole, that's now become high blood pressure or hypertension. So the heart is under tension to send blood through those holes because of these fatty materials. That is just what hypertension is. Now look at the repercussion. Look at what it causes now. If these fatty materials are connected to the artery that takes blood to the brain, that is what happened to stroke. That is how stroke is being. It's atherochlorosis stroke. Look at it. Now, if you see this yellow part is the fatty materials. then it takes blood to the brain. The artery is the one that takes blood to the brain. If few blood goes to that part of the brain, it becomes partial stroke. But when the entire area is cut off by the plague, stroke happens. That means that part of the body do not have life in it. That part of the body cells are dead because blood is what keeps every cell alive. So if you cut off blood flow to that part of the body, that part of the body will die. That is what happens. Then if that part of the brain is the part of the brain that takes care of our speech or our hand, because the blood is cut off from the part of the brain, the hand will not move. The hand will become dry. And the speech too, the person will be talking somehow. And if it affects him, if it's the blood, the one that leads to the eye, that part of the eye also will be there. The person cannot see with that eye. Because the fatty material that you're eating in that space have covered, have breached the gap, and blood cannot get to that area. That is why when people take STC30, I'm going to show you an experimental video, 4 minutes video, you will watch it. Just give me your time for today. That's why I'm here. I'm going to show you an experimental video to see how STC30 clean this plague. That's why we are not competing with doctors. We are not competing with medical scientists. We are only focusing on our basic nutritional stuff. And that is what we know. So STC30 clean up this plague. And that is why you're seeing people testifying. It's a natural way of healing. It's a natural way of healing. So people say, if I give him STC30, can he be okay? He has stroke. I am showing you now how it happened naturally. So you don't need to find testimony. All you just need to do is pick a notebook, sketch this on the paper for your customer or your clients. You tell the person the blood flows this way. You're eating palm oil food. I've shown you some of the palm oil food. Let me go back a little bit. I'll show you some of the palm oil food. This is the kind what you're eating. Think that you're eating life or you're enjoying. When you eat, digestion happens in the digestive system. Reabsorption happens in the small intestine. Then the food materials and this oil travel through the artery. And when they travel through the artery, they hang on the walls of the artery. They lower the space through which blood flows. And if they eventually block the space, if the space is the one that leads to brain, it gives you stroke. If the space is the one that leads to your kidney, you have kidney stone. Because the kidney is dead. They don't have any name to call it again. They call it a stone because a stone is something that don't have life. You see, when you know this thing, your business is very easy. I'm going to show you how to prospect with this. That's why in my Zoom meeting, I don't beg people to come because I'm only sharing my life secret. Look at what happened here now. You see, when the blood is pumped from the heart, the blood passes through the lungs. It takes oxygen. It becomes oxygenated blood. So when they migrate to the heart now pumps this blood to different parts of the body. When the different parts of the body have used those blood, the blood goes to the kidney to filter impurities from the kidney. If you have a car, there is in the engine of the car, there is something we call fuel. Let me use oil filter. So when the oil in the car engine have worked, it passed through the oil filter and impurities are being filtered out and fresh oil goes to the engine again. That is what happened in the human body. So when the blood has been used by the body, they pass through the kidney. Now, this is how people have kidney problem, and this is why this STC30 takes care of kidney failure or kidney stone or kidney abnormality or kidney disease. If the part of the artery that takes blood to the kidney, look at here, you see here, this red mark here, this is now atherochlorosis and this is placed. Now it reduces the blood flow to the kidney. So if the blood did not go to the kidney as a result of the fatty materials that you can see here, as a result of the fatty materials you can see here, you can see it at the base here, you know, making the space or the hole too narrow, you will discover that the kidney will eventually die. Now, someone might ask me, do you think STC30 can take care of kidney? Yes. You know why? Because the fatty materials have cut off blood flow to the kidney. So the kidney is there. All you need to do is to use STC30 to flush out those fatty materials. Then natural blood will go to the kidney will be alive again. Look at this here now. I Googled this yesterday night. I said a kidney costs $100,000 US. This is almost the money of I think is it Crown director in Superlife? 100,000 for one kidney. Now you have two kidneys. As you're watching me today, as you're sitting down in your home, you have two kidneys. You have $200,000 in your body. Hello? I know you cannot reply because you are mute now, but you can smile. I can see your face. As you're sitting in your home now, you are $200 richer. So, but why do people, when you ask them to join this business, they say they don't have $140 to just join for the starter pack, or they don't have money for Supreme. But in their body, they have $100,000, and they are endangering. Please understand what I'm saying. They are endangering their body. They are endangering $100,000. Oh no, they are endangering $200,000 just because of $140. It's because they lack understanding. You see, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why we join this business might not even be to make money. Let me just draw a line here. I want to draw a line here. The reason why we join this business might not be to make money. Maybe God has seen it that you have been eating fatty food all the rest of your life. Your diet has not been okay. Maybe you think that you are enjoying, and God now said, okay, instead of you to have a kidney transplant in the next 5 years, join Superlife so they can use their product. You tell you join Superlife, then when you join Superlife, you never knew it's because of the kidney, because God cannot show you everything. Of course, it's when you have problems, you remember that you want to pray. He cannot show you everything. But when you now start using the STC30 goes down to flush out those things, then your kidney is back. Your $100,000, which you can use to buy one kidney, is reserved. Then when you wake up, you keep murmuring, my business is not growing, he's not helping me, he's not a good person. But you never knew that indirectly God has saved you from $200,000 kidney. That can cost you your life. So let's move on our presentation again. We have a lot to cover today. This is heart attack. This is how heart attack happens now. Now, if the artery, look at here, if the artery that the blood now covers is in the heart, because the blood cannot flow to the heart, so that blood can now be dispatched to other parts of the body, there is a cutoff, a sharp cutoff flow. Sometimes they can call it palpitation. The heart can pump out blood, the blood flow. And when the blood flow and hits a roadblock, the blood comes back to the heart. That's why they call it heart attack. They don't have any other name. They have to call it heart attacking itself. That means the blood flows, then hits a roadblock, the blood of the heart falls back again on the heart. That is what they call heart attack. Now, what makes the blood flow to hit a roadblock is because of fatty material. Look at this heart. This is a bad heart. These yellow patches you have seen here are from the palm oil food, from burger meat you are eating if you're in UK, from all the beef and suya meats, roasted meat you order online, all the chaff you are eating. Yeah, this is where it's happening. So don't confuse us. You might use your money and buy a lot of food to eat, and you might think that we that are in Superlife don't know what we are doing. What we are simply doing is that we are reducing the fat content so that we don't die of these chronic diseases. I want to quickly run through some other causes of hypertension before I go into Superlife proper. Diabetes, there is a link between high blood pressure and diabetes. I'll be discussing that in the day that I'll be talking about diabetes. Sedentary lifestyle, lack of movement, physical activity, insufficient calcium also can be there. Vitamin D deficiency is also there. Okay, so these are some of the things. Their aging is also there. So if you run into someone who have any of these two symptoms, the person can be a good prospect for you, for your business. I'm going to show you how to capture some of these items. Then you now target them as your prospect too. If you run into all these ones. Now let's look at the natural remedy. The natural remedy. How does STC30 clean those fatty materials? What you are doing as a network marketer is you are educating people. When you educate people, they pay you. Then when you to them, they will tell you they don't have money. If you tell me that you have stroke, I will keep STC30 in the cupboard. I will take my paper and show you how fatty materials have covered the areas of your arteries. I will show you that you need to clean this fatty material so that blood can flow well. You will not ask me, what will I use to clean it? I will tell you, this is what you use. This is what you can use to clean it. Market is done. Then when you now bring that money to pay for it, that is now sale. It's been done. That is the pattern that flow. So now let's look at how STC30 can do this for you. Please, if you have questions, write it down. Yeah, I have this on my screen. Look at what this one says. Say, I am 130 years old Nigerian. My husband and I clean our vessel. This is from the Nation newspaper. This is a national newspaper in Nigeria. I got this, I can show people. So it's not a mistake in your business. You are in the business for yourself and for your life. The woman said, I am 130 years. Say, the reason is because we clean our vessel. If you keep cleaning your vessel from fatty materials, the blood will flow evenly and goes. But the question is this now, what can I use to clean my body with the fatty materials? That is STC30. This is it here. I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play a video, then I'll come back to this again. Let me move to the video and call it up now. I'll be back again. This video is in my YouTube channel. You can find it if you are not there. It's Ambassador Kingsley. Look at it here, Ambassador Kingsley channel. It's all full of testimonies. You can go ahead to watch it. But let's listen to the woman now. I don't know. Okay, I don't know if you're hearing.
We are not getting your clear.
The voice is low.
Very, very low.
How many of us, please, can you unmute yourself? Let me know if you can hear. If you cannot hear, possibly we can send it on WhatsApp. Can someone unmute and give me feedback?
Better. We are not hearing it. Maybe
can you hear
we are not hearing it.
Of the video?
No. We are not hearing.
Okay.
No, we can't hear.
This is an experiment. Okay, what we'll do, if you have my WhatsApp number, I'm going to give you my WhatsApp number at the end of the meeting so that I can send the video to you through WhatsApp. So I will explain the experiment the woman is doing. So the woman brought out a chemical. She put it in the water. She put the chemical in the water to dirty the water. Okay. Then on the other cup, which is the control experiment, she have a clean water. She have a clean water. Then this is a small piece of an endomy noodles that we normally eat. She will put it in the container that have the colored water. Now, the colored water will dirty the endomy, showing that there are impurities on that endomy. The same thing, there are impurities in the arterial walls of our blood vessel. The same way there are impurities on the arterial walls of our blood vessel. So the woman is stirring it now.
Oh, shit.
Then she was going to add STC30 later. That's what she's explaining now. She's going to add STC30. The STC30 is going to clean these impurities. Just watch out the magic now, so that you can see how STC30 clean the blood vessel. Okay, you can see how dark it is now. Let's assume this is the blood vessel. Let's assume this is the blood vessel now. Now, she's putting it in another cup that has just only water in that cup. You can see the water cannot clean it. People will tell you drink water, it will flush out things from your kidney. The water, remember, oil or fatty material don't dissolve in water. You need soap to clean oil. So when you have kidney challenge or possibly you want to lower blood pressure, they say drink enough water. Water can do its own, but water cannot flush out the fat. Now the woman has opened STC30, just a little of it, in the cup. Just watch out now. You can see what STC30 will do. Pastor Paul, are you seeing the video? Okay.
Yes,
So the woman,
okay,
watch out now. You are going to see the endomy nodules now. How STC30 have cleaned it. This is how STC30 clean the blood vessel. This is how it clean the blood vessel. Just watch out. So possibly you can go to my YouTube channel, Ambassador Kingsley. Please find it there, and you can download the video because it will help you to show people how STC30 clean the blood vessel. And you can see how white it is now. Have we seen it? Before there was water in that cup, water could not clean it. But when she poured STC30, it got clean. Then watch out what will happen in the next experiment now. The water has cleaned up all those debts. That's how water clean up all those fatty materials that in the blood vessel, either to the brain for stroke or to heart or to the kidney. Now, see what she will do now. She's going to pour the water. She's going to pour the water of STC30 into the container that has the dark color water. Then watch what will happen. So she's pouring inside now. Just watch now to see the powerful product that we have. Cleaning your blood vessel, you see, it turns to clean water. You see how it is now. So this experiment is enough for you to show someone who is suffering from kidney issue, high blood pressure, heart attack, stroke. Just tell them that STC30 clean the blood vessel. As it cleans the blood vessel, blood flows evenly. This is it. Let me go back to my presentation now. We are done for this. Please, you can visit the channel, subscribe if you get there. Subscribe with the channel if you get there so that you can have some other testimonial videos that are there and we can also see again. Okay, let me go back to my presentation again. So now, what do we have in STC30? This is what we have. We have all-inclusive nutrition, full calories and micronutrients, complete nutrition package. We have the Malus domestica apple. We have the stem cell extract of grape. We have the cantaloupe. We have the blackcurrant juice powder, the beeberry, and vitamin C. This has been packaged together in just one sachet for you to use, in just one sachet. And in that sachet is what cleans the blood vessel, is what cleans the blood vessel. In as much that you still have the stem cell part. We always talk about stem cell, regenerate. We talk about stem cell, you renew your cell, you do all those ones. But this is the cleaning part of it. And this is where people get healed from other chronic diseases. How do this work effectively? When you put it under your tongue, sublingually, it goes under your tongue, it goes straight to the blood vessel. And as it's traveling, remember, the fatty material that you prepare with your food, your Nigerian delicacy, African delicacy, or global delicacy from where you're coming from. You see, so when you eat those food, it gets to the stomach, digests, and gets absorbed. But the cleaning matter is STC30. It goes straight into the blood and begin to clean as it travels. So that is how it works. So how do you get it? I want to quickly run this through for those of us who are new in the business, who don't know much about this. Let me quickly show them how they can get registered before we go to the prospecting part of the business, before we go into prospecting. After the prospecting, we can take question and answer and comment. Then I want to give you 7 reasons. That's my motivational package for today. I want to give you 7 reasons why people run away. People run away from network marketing. I will tell you why. You will laugh, and when you know the reason why they run away, you will be happy because you are in the business that you're not running away. That's my motivational takeaway now. How do you get this? If you're new in the business, please watch. You get it from Superlife. It's Superlife that have it. Never mind, so many companies are coming out talking about different kinds of stem cell. Please use the one that you know. Use the proven one that you know. People jump around from different companies to another. You're only confusing yourself. In my last meeting, I talked to people about how you enlarge your efforts when you join a new company. I will repeat it again. Each time you leave where you are and come again into a new company, you are creating more effort to yourself. You are enlarging your effort. It's not always good. And you will hardly become successful. You rather know one. The problem is not in Superlife. The problem is not in the company. The problem is that you fail to understand how it works. And that is why my Zoom meeting is centered on how it works. I will show you different ones. There's a lot of them: fibroid, diabetes, cancer, infertility in men and women. I will show you how it works. You will notice that 22 packs or 20 packs you get from Super will not be enough for you to service your clients. It will not be enough for you. Now you understand what marketing is all about. Especially when you now add it with digital marketing, you are on fire. You are on fire. Now look at the company and the people in the company. It's a stable company, it's stable growth. We have 4 leaders. We have a world-class product that everybody needs. You know, at the timing too. If you're joining the business, I want to talk about timing here because most people don't understand timing. I want to talk about timing here. You see, people tell you to join their business. And they tell you that you don't be a pioneer. It's a big lie. They have lied to you so that they can take you. Let me tell you something about timing. Everybody has his own time. If a baby is born today, the baby that is born today is the pioneer of his own family. He's growing in a family to become a pioneer in his own family. So don't tell me that because you were not born in 1805, that you are not a pioneer of your family. When each time you join your business, each time you join a business, the first time, you are a pioneer at that time. You are a pioneer of yourself at that time. So because you were not born in 1902 or you were not born in 1920 does not make you a pioneer of your family. You are simply growing your family in a family. And that's how it works. You are a pioneer. Somebody will come out with a new company and say, you come and join us, you'll be a pioneer. Okay, let me ask you a question. Are there no people who joined this business, Superlife business, when it came that time? They were pioneers. Where are they? And all of them successful? The answer is no. So each time you join your business, please don't be deceived. You are a pioneer of your business at that particular moment. Grow your business and develop. I use the family to describe it for you. If a baby is being born today, the baby is the pioneer of his own family and it starts growing from there. Okay, let me quickly rush through this. So I'll go to prospecting now. So now, the borderless business with your laptop, you can see how we are talking to thousands of people through the Zoom meeting because I have another YouTube channel which I call the Smart Networker. The Smart Networker, I'm going to put in this, I'm recording this, I'm going to upload it in this. So, I'm saying more than 5,000 or 10,000. Also, I can even share it on Facebook and make it be aware, because when they are aware of what is disturbing them, they understand, they know they need to spend money. One kidney is $100,000 US. And you're talking about you don't have money to take care of your health. You're talking about you don't have money to take care of your system. How much is your brain? How much is your eye? How much is your liver? The cost of liver. Every human being worth more than $1 million. only the two kidney, right and left kidney is $200,000. No wonder some folks are selling their own overseas just to normalize their documents. Maybe when they travel to Europe through the sea, they can sell one of their kidney for $100,000 and use it to do some document for themselves so that they can have a stay in the country. So now, the company background, I'll quickly go through. These are the four men that are behind it. These are the award and certificates the company have. I'm going to run through
there
this
is background noise. There are people who need to mute themselves.
New people, don't worry.
Please.
The person who invited you to the Zoom, the person who explained to you about this, okay? Now, there are
please mute yourselves.
Three packages I promote. Most of you might promote the 4 packages. Because the first package for me is a waste of money. So the small package is 22 packs after the 40th anniversary. The cost is about $1,250 US. That will give you that. In Nigeria, if you're in Nigeria, it's about 550,000 naira. If you are in Europe, it's about 1,150,000. Then for 10 packets, which is the Supreme, that will cost about $625 US. About 575 about 275,000 naira. Then if you're in Malaysia, it's about 2,250 Malaysian money. Then if you want to go for just the 2 packet to try it for yourself, it's about 55,000 naira in Nigeria. It's about $115 in euro, about 140 US dollars. So that is just the cost of it. But please make sure you buy it through the company. Make sure you buy it through the company. Anybody selling this product lower than this on internet is a fraud. I am a leader in the industry and I can beat my chest to tell you that. Tell me where you're getting yours. If you can get it from the company with this price, why is your own cheap? Your own cheap, that means there is a quote in it. We need to look at it very well. If you can sell it like that and make profit, you need to check out where you're getting it from. Okay. Now, I discussed much how it works. You, just right and left. Your person inviting you to meeting will do you well by explaining to you. You earn from both ways. You earn from the people you brought in to the whole world. Facebook alone is about 3.5 million people. You can find 2 people. If you cannot find 2 people, please send me WhatsApp. I'll show you how to find 2 people. Free of charge. There's no problem. There's a lot of people. What we're looking for is quality.
Why is it about to take? What of those guys that have natural
what you want out of life. Now you earn money from your right and your left, and that is how it grows. This is the compensation plan. I want to quickly rush through the compensation plan. My plan for the compensation plan is to do a short video of about 48 minutes, not more than 10 minutes on the compensation plan. So I can put it on the YouTube so that people can go there which time you just want to so that it will shift the time of our Zoom presentation. Okay? We have what we call the super package. The super package. The super package is the one, it's like an extension of the office. It's the one that processes the order. You know, if you're a super member, you have a portion in your back office where you can assist the headquarters to keep
Ambassador Kingsley, please mute people.
$3 will be paid.
There are people who are making noise.
For a super
Kingsley, sorry, can you mute the others because they're all making.
This is part of what I've discussed earlier on. Now, when you look at this,
mute everyone, please.
My friend is calling me. Please pardon me.
Yeah, you mute it.
He's on the meeting. Hello, sir.
Kingsley, can you mute others who are talking there? People
Everybody,
cannot listen.
Okay, let me mute them.
You are a host, you can mute them, please. Thank you. Mute everyone.
Yes, I've seen it. Some people join now. Some people join now and they got it. Yes. Okay, please. Everybody, I just mute everybody now. I learned that some people's sound are disturbing. Please. Sorry, I'm the one to blame. Sorry for that. I just mute everybody now. I'll have time for everybody to talk, so I'll also unmute everybody. So let me quickly run down the return business plan here. If you're a super package and you register a star, you get referral bonus of 30. Supreme coming through you, you get this. Another super of your like comes in, you get 350. Then if you're a star package, you get a star like yourself, you get $30, a Supreme 75. Then if you get a super, you get 80 because this person is heavier than you, although your money is also bigger than that too. Then for a Supreme package, if you bring in a Supreme like you, is 150. If you bring in a starter, is 30. If you bring in a super, is 160. So that is how it works. Then if you look at here carefully, you will discover that at the first time you bring in right and left, and you have a matching bonus and you return them, you have your own return on investment. So you earn almost of your money. As I said it earlier on, I will not be going into details of this. I will do a video for it and just put it on YouTube for people to have access to. But I'm just showing the newcomer who is just here for the first time. Maybe somebody just gave you the link. You don't know what the business is all about. So they can have just a holistic idea of what it is. But when it comes to details, please don't worry. We'll take care of you. Okay? For the Supreme too, you bring in a Supreme. That's what we call the matching bonus. They also paid. For the Super 2, is 90 here. You also earn pairing bonus of $180. You see how the money comes into. We have what we call the rolling bonus. If you are on a lower package and you brought in somebody on the bigger package, a portion of the money they are paying you will also go to the person who have the same bigger package. So that's why it's good for you to upgrade. So that is it too. So it's good for you to upgrade. That's what I talk about here, so that you can earn all the commission to yourself. Okay. So I quickly run through the business now. I've just come to the end of the presentation. I'll show you how blood pressure works and how people suffer from hypertension. I've also shown you how people suffer from heart disease, which is heart attack. I'll also show you how kidney stone or kidney problem happens to people. I'll also show you that one. And the reason is because of those fatty materials that we are eating. As all of them, if this is the blood vessel, as they are hanging on the blood vessel, they lower the space through which blood flows. And if blood cannot flow to that part of the body, that part of the body is dead. If it's the body that leads to the brain, that part of the brain will be dead. And if that part of the brain is where control mobility, moving, leg and hand, that leg and hand will be dead. If that part of the brain controls the eye, that eye will be there. If it controls speech, the impediment when the person is talking will be somehow, and that is how it happens. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we talk on this, I want us to look at prospecting 2.0. Prospecting 2.0, then we talk on it, and when we get into the motivational part of it, if you now want to go for your business, you are free to go. But let me quickly rush into prospecting 2.0 so that when you are also asking your question, you can also be aligning it with the presentation itself and also with the prospecting. I want to share my screen now. Okay, John, Big John, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Big John, if you're there, make me a host again so that I can share my screen.
Okay, sorry. I'll make you a host, sorry. Hold on.
No, I'm disabled. And make me a host again.
Yeah, okay, no problem. Okay, done.
Okay, I'm now the host. Yes, Big John hosted me all the way from Malaysia so that I can have enough.
Hi, everyone. I switched the host because I want to control the sound.
Because it's more than 1 hour. Okay, let me go and show you prospecting now so that we can see it. Where do I keep the file? All right, I'll find the file here. I'll find the file here. Okay. Oh, sorry.
I have a question or so I think
please let me find the file. A site patient. Okay, look at it here. Prospecting 2.0. This is how it works. You see, let me explain to you what I mean by prospecting 2.0. There are people who you cannot meet. There are people you cannot meet, and these are the people that have the money. So how do you prospect to them? That is the reason from this prospecting. And there are people who, when you meet them, Big John, mute yourself. Okay, I just mute you now, Big John. Yeah. And there are people, when you meet them, you want to prospect to them. They are in a hurry. So you can quickly collect their complimentary card or their email address or their phone number. You can use this to prospect to them. And there are people that you don't just meet them for the first time and you just go in there and say, yes, I want to, you pull out your notebook and your pen, you start drawing. When you join a super, they will give you packet. You buy STC30. Now you become a super. It's called Superlife. Once you just mention it, they don't want to hear. But look at the pattern of this prospecting 2.0. You are going to develop something that is a survey. A survey. Everybody can do a survey. Everybody can mark a survey. You can send it through their email. You can even hit offices. You can dress up. Like someone said, I think the Crown Diamond in UK, when I joined them in their Zoom meeting all the way from Malaysia, hosted by Dr. Maha, that's something that the guy said. The guy said, if your ship did not come to you, you can swim to your ship. Prospecting is sweet with prospecting 2.0. You dress up with your suit and tie or your very good traditional wear. Produce a survey like this. I'm going to go through this survey one by one. Produce a survey like this. Walk into that key office, ask for their attention. Just 5 minutes to fill this survey. I bet you, sir, if you can do 10, you might end up getting 1 or 2 positive results out of it. If you can do 10 in a week, you might end up getting. I'm going to show you how it works now. Now, let's dive into the survey. Let me show you how the survey is. That's why I say you should have the writing material in case you want to write something down. Number one, start with this. Community health educators. You see, people want to listen to an educator. People want to listen to a teacher rather to listen to a salesman. People want to listen to somebody who is ready to teach them how they can come out of their problem. It could be financial issue. It could be sickness. It could be whatever thing they are suffering. They want mentor. They want somebody to teach them. When you come into prospect to them and you're busy telling them about Dubai, nobody wants to spend their money and nobody wants to spend money. Everybody wants to keep the money. But if you can teach them the reason why they should spend their money, they will spend their money. That is why nobody will challenge the gift of knowledge. The gift of knowledge is the best gift God has given to mankind, the gift of knowledge. Now, pull out a piece of paper, do a prospect list if you want to. If you don't want to, dress up, walk into that big office, walk into that big company, walk into that big public service people, seek to meet the director. I want to see you. I just want to take 5 minutes of your time to fill this survey. Look at it, section A. Section A of the survey is full name. The person will give you his full name quietly. It's 5 minutes. The person will give you his email address. The person will give you a phone number. The person will give you an address if you want. Then you must take the WhatsApp number. That's in section A. Then section B. You ask the person, see, you have not talked about Superlife. You have not talked about anything supplement. Please keep it by the corner. We want to harvest before we now unveil. You come to section B, public health assessment. Because the man is knowledgeable, he has $1,250. He can do super. His family is there. His wife is there. His mother is there. Everybody can use the product, so he's not worried. Because you cannot go to him and say you want to sell something to him. He knows he buys from Amazon. So why are you here? He can order from Alibaba or AliExpress. So why are you bothering him? He can fly to Germany or UK and do some shopping in Dubai. So he doesn't need your presence. But with this, you can break the evil. You can break the evil. So he said, okay, public health. He said, do you know about chronic disease? He said, yes, I know. Yeah. When I was in the UK for for treatment. They told me that high blood pressure is a chronic disease. I said, yeah, okay, so you were in UK. It's okay, you put it down here, just write it there. One of the chronic diseases, hypertension. Yeah, I remember, yes, my wife too, she went for fibroid surgery in Germany. Okay, yeah, okay, write it down, you write it down. Okay, that's good, that's good. Say, then look at this point now. Number 2, which chronic disease do you think is common in Africa, or you can put in your country? Which chronic disease do you think is common in South Africa, is common in Kenya, is common in Liberia, is common in Botswana, is common in Burkina Faso, is common in London, United Kingdom, is common in America? The person, okay, yes, I have hypertension. I know, my friend, we do business together. When we are traveling to London the other time, I saw him taking some hypertensive pills or medicine he would take. Yes, I know this person is suffering from diabetes, he would take. So I think as much, if what anybody around him is suffering is not here, this is the space here, he will write it down. So we move to the next section now, which is this section C, personal health assessment. You see, you started with their name, and now you're coming into their life. You're coming into their life. Strategy is what you need. It's not jumping from one product to another product. If you have the strategy, you will win the war. Very simple. David in the Bible, you have a strategy. He said, I've been fighting the lion and the bear. I know how I use this, my catapult, to fight. So Goliath, I will beat you down. That is just strategy. Strategy wins the war. Okay. Now, the personal health assessment say, do you know anyone? Please, you are not going directly because they will back off. That's why you're saying, do you know anyone of suffering from any of the above diseases? Now the man will begin to, because he's a surveyor, he's a free surveyor, he will begin to think, so okay, that my cousin. Yes, I know someone. Okay, mark yes. He will mark yes. If you say no, that's no problem. Then you know he's not the one that you need. We will mark it. You're trying to get yes for an answer. You are prospecting. So now you go to number 2 of personal health assessment. You can ask, will you mind if we, not I, be careful about the use of word. Do you mind if we can educate the person at your own free time? He said, yes, come and educate the person. Yeah, the person is suffering from hypertension. What do? Pick the hypertension lecture that I've given to you, how fatty materials cover the blood vessel, then use it to wipe all the fatty material in the blood vessel so that blood can flow. Doctors will not tell you this. Let me explain to you what doctors do before I finish this now. Doctors will not do this to you. When someone has hypertension or any disease at all, the doctor will give you medicine. They will not tell you how you can clean the blood vessel. They only give you medicine to make the cell membrane of the arteries to be soft, that was hard, to make it soft. But the fatty materials gathering on the blood vessels, they are still there. They will not tell you. Let me give you an example. Some time ago, I used, I don't know if you know what they call quantum analyzer. It's a small machine from China. You use it to analyze the micronutrients in your body. You fix it with your computer. You just hold the piston on your hand. It analyzes the fluid, the water on your body. After analyzing it, I noticed that my calcium level was poor. My calcium level was really down. Then once upon a time, I was chewing granite, and the granite, there are stones in the granite. I never knew. And then they cracked my teeth. They cracked my tooth. So I went to the hospital. I told them that I have fractured my tooth, that my tooth got broken. The doctor said, yes, because it's broken, you are going to remove it. I said, how much am I using to remove the teeth? They said it's $150 US. Let me use that money now, $150 US. I said, is that all? He said, yeah. I said, is that all? So I should go back. If I had broken tooth again, I should come back and remove. So I should be paying $150 and be removing my teeth. So the doctor never knew that the reason why my tooth got broken is because of calcium. He can't tell me to go and look for calcium so I can beef up my calcium level, then get my bones and my teeth very strong. I now laugh and I left them. You see, doctors will not tell you this. They will give you the hypertensive medicine. This is what the hypertensive medicine will do, because we are looking at hypertension in preview. You see, the hypertensive medicine is very bad. It's very bad. You have to let your client know about this. We are not treating sickness. We are telling people good nutrition. Please mark it down. We are telling people good nutrition. We are not treating. We are not doctors. We are not even competing with them. Because the heart, watch my hand, the hole is small because the heart is pumping blood with pressure because fatty materials have covered the space. The heart is pumping blood with pressure, which gives it tension or high blood pressure to send blood across the tiny space because of fatty material. STC30 cleans up the material, but doctors will not give you STC30 to go and clean up the material. Doctors will go to the heart. It is not the heart that have problem. Doctors will give you medicine to reduce the pressure at which the heart is pumping the blood. So that is why they are weakening the muscle of the heart. The person will live with hypertensive medicine for years, and the person will be walking slowly because the heart is pumping blood slowly, because there is a slow opening where the blood is moving, and the person will gradually and be dying. Whereas the education is that clean up the blood vessel, let the heart pump blood normally. That is what happened. So take note of that, please, in case you're discussing with your client. So now, I said, would you mind if we educate the person? Yeah, the person is getting, say yes, educate the person. The person wants to know how to come out from fibroid, or to have how to have solve infertility problem, infertility in men or infertility in women, why the sperm count is low. Very soon we'll be looking at those ones too. Then if yes, you see, number 3 now, say if yes, give us a date and time. So the person was, okay, let me look at, okay, next week Tuesday, I'll be free. You see, through this survey, you are now getting appointments. You are now getting appointments with the date and time. On that day, keep your STC30 somewhere, explain to them, they will ask you questions and say, how can I solve this problem? Tell us. You tell them there's one product that can do that for them. It will help you clean this, you make yourself. Then section D, the section D is, please feel free to share with us. If you're coming direct to the person now because you have gotten the information you want. If you have any health challenge, so we can profile recommendation where necessary. So now you're asking the person direct question. Feel free to tell me if you have this. Ladies and gentlemen, what I learned from Mike Muro, which is one of my mentors, he said, when the DJ changes the music, changes the pattern of the music, the pattern of dancing also changes, and that is the truth. You see, when the world is getting too smart not to be in network marketing, not to use supplement to take care of their health, then we go to the drawing board, we change our own dancing method, we change the music, we change the dancing method, we come back, we grab them, we put them into the business back. That's just what we are doing here. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to unmute everyone, and we're going to have a chat before we go into the motivational part of it. So I want some people just to say some questions. I'm going to stop the screen now so that we'll move back to our normal. So if you want to talk to me, you can raise your hand up. If you have any question too, you can talk to me. If you need the video, or you want me to send you the video through WhatsApp, or to give you the link where you can watch the video of how STC30 cleans up those impurities, I can send you the video link through WhatsApp. You can watch it. I can send you the video proper to your phone, whichever means that you want. You can just message me on the chat box. You can message me on the chat box. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear from you. Any feedback, any comments, just unmute yourself. Okay, DM Amaka. Amaka want to talk. So Amaka, you can unmute yourself and talk to us. Please, just unmute yourself so that I don't unmute everybody. So let's hear from you.
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Ambassador Kingsley.
Let's hear from you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Amaka, you can talk now.
Good afternoon.
We are not hearing you.
This Zoom meeting, Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We are hearing you.
We can hear you.
Okay.
We hear you.
Is there another person who can hear from? Amaka is not. Amaka, please click on your audio. Click on your audio for us to hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Okay, who again is on the line, please? Can we hear from someone?
Amaka, we can hear you. We can hear you, Amaka.
Okay, so my question is this: can we get the audio of this Zoom meeting?
Meeting for today.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I have a question.
Are you there?
Is if we can get the audio of this Zoom meeting, because some of our prospects couldn't as a result of so is there any way we can get the audio of this recording or the video rather?
Okay, no problem. Okay, Big John, no problem. Yeah, it's all right. Zandas, you can talk. If you can hear me, can we get feedback before we continue?
Our only line, Moses from Liberia. Hello?
If it is hot 10. If it is hot 10.
Moses, I want to talk. I have a question.
Pauline Gladys, can you hear me? I want to move to the next presentation for you to understand why it somehow is in my phone. I'll be taking it up there so you understand why most people don't like network marketing. Then you know how you can position yourself in the industry and how you can make money for yourself in the industry. Number one reason why people are not in network marketing is because number one is exposes their leadership deficiency. It exposes their leadership deficiency. It exposes them. You know, network marketing makes you to become a leader, especially you are leading yourself. So when people cannot lead themselves, they lack leadership attributes. So network marketing exposes their deficiency. It shows their weakness in leadership. It tells them that, you cannot lead. You cannot do this now. And that's why you see them, they shy away from network marketing business, because they feel that you are coming to expose their weakness. You're coming to tell the world that they are not a leader. That is why you see them running away. Because if you're in network marketing, you are going to lead people, you are going to develop them, you are going to mentor them, you are going to show them how they can become successful. And all those things are embodiments of leadership. They are embodiments of leadership. So you must have that in your mind. That's number one. I told you I'm going to give you 7 of it at this third part of the presentation. We have talked about hypertension preview, show you how STC30 can do that work for you, solve kidney problem and solve all those problems. So you don't need to find testimonies. STC30 has the work to do. I'll also show you some videos that can do that now. The next reason why most people find it difficult to join network marketing is because of the problem of communication. Network marketing forces you to communicate. It forces you to talk because it's a business of people. See, you need people to build your business. Everybody, Coca-Cola needs people. Coca-Cola is still doing advert today. Super Sports need people. Premier League need people. That restaurant around your house need people. That tailor need people. Everybody needs people in the business. Okay, so network marketing forces you to communicate. So if you have communication problem in your life, you will hardly join network marketing. And if people are talking to you about network marketing, you will not want to listen because you have communication problem. So you have to help them deal with their communication problem first before you ask them to join network marketing. Then the third one is that network marketing causes you or forces you to set goals. Most people don't set goals in their life. If you ask them, how much money do you want to have in your bank account by the end of 2021? They don't know. How many children do you want to have on earth? They don't know. Where do you want to live? You and your wife and your family, where do you want to settle? Is it in Nigeria? Is it in Kenya? Is it in South Africa? Is it in Lagos? Is it in Accra? Is it in Abidjan? Where do you want to settle? They don't know. People don't set goals. So network marketing forces you to set goals. One day I'll be showing you how I set my daily goals. You see, that's why you can see me as I prepare for Zoom meeting. I prepare all my slides are new slides. I don't repeat slides in my presentation. The next Sunday presentation is another fresh slide, another fresh insight, gift from the Almighty God to share to people in the universe. Okay, so I can produce my YouTube video too. I also have other 1 or 2 runs that I do for myself. Okay, so network marketing helps you to set goals. So if people don't know how to set goals or they have never set goals before in their life, they can succeed in network marketing and they will never join in network marketing. So that is one again. So another thing again, network marketing is that network marketing forces you to become financially intelligent. It forces you. Most people, it's not all about making noise, you know, of how much you make. It's about making the money, managing the money, multiplying the money, preserving the money. It is work. So network marketing forces you to do that. So most people, they stop at the number one, making the money. They cannot bring out $140 or 55,000 naira to join. So they stop at making the money. There's some people who also join at making the money. When they get to multiplying the money, they will abandon it and go to another company. They have a problem of multiplying money. You know, when you start the journey of making money, you move to multiplying the money. It's not when you live where you can multiply the seed in your farmland, you abandon the seed you have planted in your farmland and jump into another farmland and get farmers and wait for the season and start planting new seed again. Still building on a fresh effort. You have a problem of multiplication. That is why you can't succeed in network marketing. When you see those people, you laugh. Then another third category is the management category. This one has planted, he has multiplied, but he doesn't know how to manage the resources. The resources comes into his hand, whoa, he doesn't know what to do with the money. He doesn't know what to do with the time. He doesn't know what to do with the people God has given him or her in her team. So he cannot manage the team. They call you on phone. You're very busy. They want to speak to you. They can't have access. They book for their product. They can't have it. That's the problem of management. Management becomes the issue. You cannot manage people. Maybe you can manage 1 or 2 people. But when your team gets to 100, you start having problems. You start having problems with managing 100 people. Some people too cannot manage more than 4 people. So when they have more than 4 people in their team, well, you say, you're disturbing me, please, I'm sleeping. Why are you calling me by this time of the day? You have to make time to manage them. That is the management part of it. Then the last part of it in number 4 on financial intelligence, because network marketing forces you to become financially intelligent, is preserve. Let's go to the farmer. The farmer sowed the seed. The farmer multiplied the seed. The farmer managed the seed. The farmer preserved the seed. Some part of the seed to eat, he preserved. Some part of the seed to plant for next season, he will preserve. So that is how it works. So some people have that kind of challenge because network marketing forces them to have financial intelligence. The reason why most people cannot join in the business is because network marketing forces you to sell. To sell is important. You must sell. That is number 5 now. You must sell. See, nothing is complete in life except money comes into a hand and money goes out. That's why you have banks. Nothing is complete in life. You must sell something. Even if for nothing else, must take something and give to another person and collect money. Everybody is selling something. If you go to a family that you want to pick their daughter, you want to pick their daughter in marriage, there is money that you pay. It's called bride price. Bride price. Everything has a price. If something does not have a price, that thing will not have value. That is the truth. So most people are afraid to sell. You have to sell. You have to sell. I see some people in network marketing are telling that you don't need to sell. You don't need to sell. Please don't lie. You have to sell. And selling is good. When you buy something for $10, sell it for $50 and make $40 profit. Selling is good. The thing is that you have to learn how to sell. Selling is life. Selling is living. Selling is picking something from one place to another, increasing the value of what you pick from one place to another and make profits. When I get STC30 and I give you an education on hypertension, I give you an education on stroke, and I give you an education on kidney failure, then when you ask me for the value of the STC30, it's no longer what I bought it from the company. I will put in the price of my education on STC30 and I will make profit, and that is business. Because I spend data to study, because I read, because I must transport myself, because I must eat, I must be alive to do the next business. So that's why network marketing forces you to sell. Selling is good. Selling is an enterprise. Let me tell you something about selling before I move to the next point, to the number 6 point. See, the mistake most governments are doing is that they roll out programs. They say they want to empower you to go into entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is, they keep giving youth money to go into entrepreneurship. My advice is to government leaders is that before you give youth money to go into entrepreneurship, please allow them to test run entrepreneurship with network marketing. You don't go into business with the people when you have not done business with yourself. Network marketing is intrapreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a French language. It's a French language which means dealing or passing things around for people and with people and making profits. That is just the layman understanding of entrepreneurship. You take a product, you pass it around with people, and you are making profits from it. Now, before you pass around to people, network marketing is entrepreneurship, which is intrapreneurship, which is entrepreneurship within you. You cannot do entrepreneurship outside when you have not done entrepreneurship within yourself. So before young people can go into entrepreneurship to do any kind of business there, which I know that's the reason why you give them the money for the business, they fail. Number one, they don't know how to manage people. Customers come, they don't know how to manage. Network marketing teaches you how to manage clients. It teaches you how to manage your downlines. It teaches you when people abuse you on phone, then you know how to correct them. Please calm down. I'll help you get your product. Don't worry, I'm calling the office, your product is coming. Network marketing teaches you emotional intelligence. That takes me to number 6. Network marketing teaches you emotional intelligence. People abuse you. You know how to handle abuse. You talk to somebody to join, the person says, no, he's not ready. You still go back home, you are happy, you sleep and you eat, you are not annoyed. But if you have your own business, you never tried it in network marketing, and you just jump into the business on the street, and somebody tells you, madam, this is your product, I'm not buying. You say, oh, these people are not buying my product because you lack emotional intelligence. Yeah, so the business that we do here teaches you emotional intelligence. That's number 6. Then finally, number 7 is network marketing helps you to be a balanced human being, a total person. As I'm talking to you now, you don't need everybody to be in your business or to be in your team. All you just need to be a complete human being. Number 1 is that you make the money. Number 2 is that you use the product to take care of your health. I've shown you that the reason why most of you are in network marketing might not even be to make the money is because you want to safeguard your kidney. 1 kidney in the market is $100,000 US. You sitting there listening to me, you have 2 kidneys. That is 200 United States dollars sitting inside your tummy. So everybody is money. You must have that in your mind. So network marketing makes you to have the total being. So most people don't know how to connect their life. That's why they will tell you their life is in disarray. In disarray. That's why when you tell them about network marketing, they will tell you, I don't have time. I don't have time. The product is expensive. I joined that one, it did not work. That one, it did not work. My father did it, it did not work. It has nothing to do with it. Network marketing is like food. You eat your food. It's not because this food is not good for your father or for your mother will not be good for you. It is personal. It is personal. It's like eating your own food. These are the 7 reasons why I want to use, I will say I will use it to motivate you to hang on to your business, because you are in a big business. You must brace, put on your seatbelt. The flight is about to take off now. After 4 years of business, after 4 years of business of Superlife, Superlife is taking to another level of flight, and we are looking for fresh people to join the business and take the business to another level. Let me tell you something now. There is, I want to end with this story. There is a man that is carrying a body. He was carrying a cross, big cross. The cross is his burden for life. And he was looking for who will help him solve this problem. He said, let me go and meet my master. Let me go and meet my master. He went to meet his master. He said, Master, I'm carrying a big cross. I want to drop this cross in life. It's a big problem for me. I don't know how I can live life without problems, without sickness. The master said, if you must live in life, you must carry a cross. There must be something, and that is life, ladies and gentlemen. That is life. People, you talk to someone to join you in the business, you do your presentation, you explain everything. The person says, come to 4 o'clock, I'm going to give you money. And when you call the person's number, the number is switched off. Oh. The person will tell you, don't worry, you talk to somebody about the business, the person says, yes, I have heard you about the business, but you know what, in Kingsley, I am not interested. That is a cross. It's a cross. Sometimes you will tell somebody, okay, now, see, this is my business, I'm giving you this, my product. You say you have a meeting, they are your team, they are your success line. You package your product, it's okay. Since the meeting is a live meeting, people meeting in the hotel, please take this product and show them. And when you give them the product, your success line, your team members, they went to the meeting, and when they came back and asked them for the product, they said they lost your product. It's so painful. That is a cross. What will you do? Will you tell them to leave your business? Will you tell them you don't want them again? You have to take the cross. Sometimes you can join the business, and when you get back home, your parents or your family members can call you and say, Kingsley, I see now that you have problem upstairs. You have problem upstairs. See, all this one, you're doing network marketing, I'm not seeing the results. You are always on Zoom, wasting my data, talking rubbish on the Zoom. There is no result. That is a cross. But what the master told the young man, he said, listen, everybody in life must carry a cross. But if you say you want to drop your cross, look at that door. Open that door. Place your cross there. But you must carry a cross. Go to the next door. I will show you this other door. Open that door. Pick any cross you like. Because you must carry a cross as long as you're living on earth. The guy happily took the cross, opened the door, dropped the cross there. Then he went to the other door. He opened it. He saw so many crosses there. He was looking at it. He saw some big cross. He saw some small cross. He saw medium cross. He saw some lean cross. He saw fat cross. Different types of crosses. The guy called, Master, I have seen one that I will carry. He said, look at it at that end. That cross fits me. The cross is just my size. The master said, okay, go and pick the cross. The guy went and picked the cross and said, Master, look at the cross here. I think I like this cross. The master said, this is the cross that you just dropped now. What do we learn? The master said, this is the cross that you just dropped now. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. It's not in running from one business to another. Drop it in Superlife. Go to the call it. I can call their names here. This is I'm going to post this video in my YouTube channel. They cannot arrest me. Drop it in Superlife. Go to both gates. You carry the cross. Drop it in Superlife. Go to Hedge Educate. You carry the cross. Drop it to Superlife. Go to another network marketing. When you pick the cross there, it's the same cross that you drop in Superlife. That's what you pick there. So I would rather carry my cross and manage my cross and move with my cross at my own speed until I become successful. Why would I drop my cross in Superlife? Then I'll go and join another network marketing. I might even end up carrying a bigger cross than what I'm carrying. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see most of you, I'm not hearing you, but you are hearing yourself. I'm going to unmute everybody. I've come to the end of my presentation. If there is anything, if you have my WhatsApp, please, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. If you're in the WhatsApp group too, you can bring your feedback there in the WhatsApp, or you can drop it in my email. There's no problem. I'll get it there. Whatsoever is a concern, and let me hear, whether good or bad, your comment is welcome. Okay? Your comment is welcome. I am just doing what I can do just to make sure that people survive and people grow in their business. So we have come to the end of the meeting. I'm going to unmute everybody and see how this will happen. If you can hear your voice, but I actually come allow participants to unmute themselves. Yes. So please, you are free to unmute yourself and talk. If at all we can hear you, you're free to unmute yourself now. I've come to the end of the presentation. So feel free to unmute yourself. We have come to the end now. Yes. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for everything. We'll meet again, possibly by this time in no, I'm not meeting all. Well, we are going to meet again by this time next week, Sunday. On Sundays, I have business meetings now. We'll be coming out with new business opportunities to business opportunity presentation that can help you grow your Superlife business. Okay, so we just have to do that now. So Zandas, you are free to talk since you have unmuted yourself. Unmute yourself, Zenale, you are free to talk. If I cannot hear you, but if you can hear me, we have come to the end of the presentation. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your energy. I want to say thank you, Mr. John from Malaysia for hosting me. Thank you too. Thank you, Pauline Gladys, my friend from Kenya. Thank you, Michael Ebere. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome to Superman. My mentor and my teacher is there. Thank you, Superman. Frank, you are welcome too. Frank, you're welcome. Prince is also here. Dominator Favor, Zanale, Zanders. Zanders, you can talk. You don't need to raise your hand up. You have come to the end of the meeting, Zanders. You can talk. Go ahead and talk, Zanders.
Thank you very much, Kinsley. We are very, very happy for this.
To everybody, because I am not hearing from my end here.
Oh, you are not hearing me?
Default. Thank you very much. I want to end the presentation. We'll continue our talk again on WhatsApp. I want to end the presentation now. So we'll meet again. For those of you that have my number, we'll talk from there. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
And energy. I want to say
thank you very much.
Marvelously.
Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador.
John, thank you very much. Superman.